Next, we're going to be looking at selection, and this is going to be a decision like I mentioned before. This is about checking something to help make a decision, hence using if statement. If this, then do that. If not this, then do something else. So let me ignore this for now. This is a bit complex for the very first one. So I'm going to go to my Python, my Thonny. I'm going to click in here and I'm going to do, well, I can use first part of it. Let's create a variable called reference age. Let's get input. Let's convert it to a whole number. Let's do these first 3 steps. But first, I'm going to say this is going to be selection program. It was written on, I believe, the 12th of the 11th, 2022. And it's written by King Boss, aka Runs Tech Hub. There we go. This is the first thing we need to do. So create a variable called reference age. We've done this before. They've told you the name of the variable. It should be reference age equals. That's it. Now I need to get user input. So we need to create a variable called reference age and get user input. Reference age and make it equal to 21. Right? That's fine. Variable created, value added, done. Get user input. Oh, we need another variable. Let's call this one user age equals input. Now remember, if I run this, which I am going to do, press F5, it comes up with a blinking cursor and no message. I don't know what to do. I just go into a program, I go into a screen and I see a blinking cursor. I might decide to type something, or most people just press enter a few times just to see what happens. My program wouldn't work. So inside the brackets, I'm going to put quotes, and inside the quotes, I'm going to put please enter your age, 5 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now when I run this program, it shows me the message, please enter your age. I can type 100, that's my age, press enter, and I'm done. Now it says here, convert it to a whole number. Reason being, when I go and I do print user age, this is going to print 100. Let's just double check. Print my age is 100. It prints 100, fine. But this is not a number. Even though it's 100 on screen to us, the computer sees this as a string. We need an integer. We need a whole number. So to prove that this is not a whole number, I'm going to do print. I'm going to do type, type, open bracket, close bracket. Then inside those first brackets, I'm going to put user age. And when I run this, it's going to tell me it's an str, class str. Age 100. Look at that. I don't want a string. I need a whole number. I need an integer. So to typecast or to force my variable to be something else, like I showed you guys before, I'm going to do an easy way. User age equals int, and then inside those brackets, I'm going to say user age. So this is going to force user age to become an integer. There is another way that we can do this. What we can do is where the input is, where we say user age equals input, before input, I can do int, open bracket, and close that bracket at the end as well. So this forces that data type to be an integer. But let's not do it that way for now. Let's do this way. So user age equals int user age. So now when I print, type user age, I'm going to press F5 on my keyboard. I'm going to enter 100 again, 100, press enter. At first, it was a string, which was this one here. And that the next time I did it, it became an integer, which was this one here. And that's it, we're done. So this is how we set up stuff we're going to use now. So now we can start doing our selection. So I'm going to say if user age is less than reference age, you cannot drive. And I'm going to say if user age is greater than reference age, you can drive. So if, this is the if statement, this is where the selection begins. Before we can select something, we need to check another value. If user age is less than, the less than sign, this one's called reference age. Let me not write that out. Let me copy and paste. Less than reference age, print, you are able to drive. Full stop. Oh, not comma, full stop. And I'm going to say else, ELSE, print, you cannot drive. Let me explain what this does quickly. So I'm saying if the user age is less than reference age, do this. For every other thing, if it's equal to, if it's greater than, you cannot drive. That's all I'm saying. Nothing special. This is the easiest if statement you'll ever see. If one value is less than another value, the computer should say this. Otherwise, say this. In every other instance, just say this. So when I press F5 now, and I enter, let's enter 20 to make it less than. So my age is now 20. I press enter. It says you are able to drive. Oh, I made a mistake here. It should be the other way around. You are not. I'm going to leave all the mistakes in. You can drive. So this should be the other way around because the age is less than 21, which is fine. So I'm going to run this again. I'm going to enter my age again as being 20. Press enter. It says you are not able to drive. That's fine. That's what should happen, right? That works fine. Let's check the other way now. Let's make my age greater than 21. So let's press F5. Let my age be 22. I press enter. You can drive. Let's do one more check, which I know will work. I'm going to press F5 again to run the program, to restart the program. I'm going to enter 21. What do you think is going to happen now that it's 21? Is 21 less than 21? No. So this should not be printed. It should be this one. So if I enter 21, I'm going to press enter now. Oh, look at that. I can drive. So this is how we do a selection. So you select one thing based on a check that you've done. And this section here is the check. In the next part, I'm going to use this same program and I'm going to show you how to do an elif statement. So we have an if statement and we also have elif, which is essentially saying else if. So if not this one, then elif the next one or elif the next one. But let me explain in the next program.